Hey there, guys. We've got news for Global on March 7th, and this week joining me to discuss it is a new guest. So I've got GL Roxas with me. So you can say hello, Roxas, introduce yourself, etc.
Hey guys, Roxas here. Some of you might be more familiar with me as the guy who does the news reviews on the Facebook group with, I guess, D. Barry and Gert as well. Yeah,
So that's pretty
and
cool.
Emily, yeah.
Glad you can join for the news. So this is kind of stuff we already sort of knew from the live stream. Honestly, there's not any new information, but we're still going to go over it anyway, give our thoughts, and discuss, the stuff. So,
Yeah.
Rain, Esper of Destruction, and Fina, Esper of Destruction. So, I guess the one new information is the banner format. It's, no perks, there's no vision card, no armory ticket. By my math, it's 58,500 Lapis for the pity. So, what do you think about this format? Were you expecting like a global card or an armory ticket or something from this, Roxas?
I mean, my predictions were just a vanilla step up banner, like normal premium banner. So this is technically slightly better than what I expected. But then again, whenever they introduce something brand new, like when Envy's first appeared, there weren't too many perks from what I remembered. So yeah, I guess it's in line with what I was hoping for. But at the same time, I don't particularly need the rest of the units other than Rain and Fina, assuming I'm pulling for them.
Mm-hmm, for sure. And they actually do share the banner, which is kind of nice. I actually don't like when they split banners. I'd rather them be on the same one. And they are. Now, they are both premium units. Keep that in mind. So they do not have fragments in the step-up shop. I already checked that. So, little unfortunate. And so, I've kind of... Honestly, there's just not a whole lot to say about the units specifically themselves. Like, for the both of them, they deal damage. They have very minimal or no utility to speak of. They're both SLB. They both chain Absolute Mirror. Rain is water physical. Fina is light magic. Is there much
Yeah.
else to go into about their kits, Roxas?
Unfortunately, I would say that Fina has a bit more in her kit as compared to Rain, because Rain is your stereotypical vanilla DPS kit. But at least Fina has some supportive abilities. I mean, open and close quotes, but some very liberally saying that. Yeah, at least she can fill LB and provide on-demand break immunity. But other than that, yeah, she just does less damage than Rain. Even the LB is weaker from what I remember in terms of the breaks. I think it was the 20% bow imperils compared to Rain's, was it 35?
Um, I don't remember. I do have the damage calculations here. So this is on my DPS sheet using like best in slot with Clash gear. Keep in mind that doesn't exist in JP. So magic units usually get a bigger boost because the best magical helm in JP is like 82 magic. On global,
Oh,
we've got a
that's true.
140. So mages are just favored here. But here's the
Yeah,
two calculations I have for them. So yeah, Fina's definitely a little bit less. Not,
not
I
that
mean,
far apart.
like 15% or so. It looks like. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah,
there
it's
it
true. I
is.
mean, the way I looked at it was like Rain seemed to exist mainly to make Laswell shine in this case, because
Mm-hmm.
his card seems a bit better, okay, considerably better for Laswell, and I guess with his strange buff slash nerf, his leader skill would be better for Laswell as compared to having no leader skill on Laswell.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of, that was a sort of interesting topic to go over. There's definite there's definitely some split opinion of this. Let's hear your opinion. So, what do you think of them changing this leader skill from 1,000 to 900, but raising the water to 900 as well? Do you think this is good, bad, neutral? Just what are your thoughts overall on this change?
I think it's just a bit odd because, I mean, on one hand, it's great that we're getting a huge buff for CW units and all that, but yeah, I mean, I don't understand why they would need to nerf him by 100%, because just give us the good stuff. Like, stop taking away things, they are taking away content, and now they're taking away leader skills to a certain extent. Like, come on, guys! Like, we don't have the rewards wheel, we don't have raids, we don't have story events. Just let us have something nice for once.
Oh, I know. It just I don't want to just like repeat myself. I said the exact same thing in my video a day or so ago, but like all the units going forward are just a flat 1,000 for their category. Like, why did Rain have to be nerfed? Like, okay, so the real reason here is we sort of know is because Sophie is coming in like a week or two, and Sophie's leader skill is just better. So Rain's has to be worse in order to make Sophie,
Better.
desirable in a few weeks.
That's true, but still, like, I mean, just leave it. I mean, it's less work for them, right? They don't have to change the figures. It's just, in terms of workload, they're probably swamped with moving all the other content. Just leave it.
Exactly. And speaking of their vision cards, like you mentioned, Rain's is for Water and Brave Exvius, and then Fina's is for JP Anniversary and Light. So Fina's really is incredibly narrow, and no one's going to use hers except like herself and Knights of Grand Shield. That's, I think, the only ones that match both of those categories together.
Yeah, pretty much. Knights of Grand Shield gets a NVA plus later on, right?
Yes, they do. I think he was in the 3rd batch by memory, but it's relatively early in any case. Yeah, he's one of the earlier ones.
And that's assuming they don't cut him out.
Oh, jeez. I hope not.
I mean, we're getting Tifa, so I guess that's something.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Reigns is good for quite a few units, actually. It's good for Chow. Then again, is it good for Chow?
Card, right?
Yeah, he's got 1,500 from his card. So then again, maybe it's not good for Chow. I'd have to do the math because this is higher base, but you get lower static. I don't know. But for Aang, absolutely very good.
That's true. Aang is waiting for a buff from Rain.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, man.
So that's really the main reason to pull for these units. Like I said, their damage is okay, but as we kind of have seen, the Dark Visions that you were going to use them on, it's kind of missing in action.
Assuming we get Dark Visions again.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Like, that's months away, and anything can happen in between now and then.
That's true. Yeah, I think the weird thing is, I'm not sure why they decided to, delay it for that long, unless they intend to throw in the FMA collab somewhere before that.
Yeah, the thing is the Vision world uses the same Dark Visions. So there's actually a post on Reddit right now where I think John broke it down, the schedule, and it looks like if they swap like 2 banners around, then the Alchemist collab with the Vision world will line up to be on May 22nd or whatever. So it looks like they're doing it to open Vision World on May 22nd because with the global stuff stretching it out and with them potentially moving a banner around, it'll line up that way. So but there were supposed to be multiple regular old Dark Visions in between now and then. That's the frustrating thing. Not to mention the Final Fantasy XIV Vision World is... Where's that at? Where's that?
Yeah. I think we skipped a few units as well, right? Based on the JP schedule. Like, Vlad, if I'm not wrong, we skipped him. Although he's not particularly worth mentioning, but... Yeah, I mean, he appeared in the story.
Yeah, speaking of... I just realized I said the Full Metal Alchemist collab. I meant the Xenogears collab. No, the Full Metal one we seem to have skipped entirely. The Xenogears collab is the one that has the Vision world that I got the 2 collaborations mixed up.
All right, no worries. But yeah, if I'm not wrong, Elric also does decent damage, like NV plus levels of damage.
He does pretty much. I'll pop over real quick to my future tab, and I've got him on here. He's he's right here. So so that's what that is with the 1,000 leader skill, which he won't get access to until Vaughn comes out. But yeah, with Vaughn, his leader skill, that's 1,300. So he would be basically tied with Genesis would go up as well with a better leader skill too on fire. Yeah. But
Irvin again.
But yeah, he'd still be really good.
Yeah. At least people will have a usable collab unit as compared to Dragon Quest.
Yeah, but it seems to be missing. So also, speaking of missing stuff, I kind of overlooked this the other day, but it was brought up to me. The other thing that was introduced with Neovisions Plus is the extra fragment system for older units, where you can use extra frags to, JP upgrades like a whole batch of them every single week. It started off with the original units, original Cloud, original Aerith, Axstar, the really, literally the first like 10 Neovisions units to come out, Furion and all them. They got the upgrade system. That all came with the Neovisions Plus, and in typical global fashion, yet another thing. Upgrading old units, we don't do that here.
Yeah, we can't have good things, right?
I know. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. Like,
but what exactly happens when you how should I put it? Break down all the units. I'm not too familiar with this particular element.
Oh, the system. Yeah. So if you've got the, we don't have this on global, and we might not get it because it's not here. But the way it works in JP is units that get the system. If they're at EX3 and you have extra fragments, you use those fragments to raise their stats above the cap and unlock extra abilities that they wouldn't have otherwise, flat stats. Like Aerith gets new heals and cures and all that. So it depends on the unit. They get different things. Like Charlotte gets a new cover. Not Charlotte. Shoreline, Fina, and Daisy. They get like new mitigations and all that kind of stuff.
That's quite cool.
Yeah, so you don't need the specific unit, you only need the fragments. So if you want to make space, you can fragment all your extras beyond EX3 and just save the fragments, which obviously you would. And that's what it's used for if Global ever does get that system.
That's true. I mean, hopefully it appears next week when the first NV Plus arrives. But if not, they might just hold it off for some other big event where they have nothing else to publish.
I hope so. And then here's the event dungeon. Not a lot to say about it. You go in here, you farm it, you get your gear. People were making jokes about this gear. The 0.5 chain cap comprehends. Like, they couldn't even give you Lightning's STMR. It's the 0.5 version. What? That's so goofy.
I think all the free gear at this point is just like a meme, other than Vision World. But the rest of it is just there.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So the bonus unit is JP Anniversary. So I usually give this little, public service announcement. Please set your friend unit to JP Anniversary. Because people like myself, the minute servers come up on Thursday morning, I'm in the dungeon, I'm using energy pots, and 30 minutes after the servers come up, I am farmed 150,000 event points. And unfortunately, 90% of my friend list does not set the bonus unit the night before. So I pretty much do these farming events with no bonus friend because I've got 3 friends that set a bonus the day before. They go on cooldown, and I just go through it. Now, that is a me problem. I should wait till the next day to do it or something, but I like getting my tickets immediately and using them.
Yeah, same. I mean, for me, it's usually around 7 p.m. when this... assuming there's no delays, so I end up playing maybe 9 p.m. I'm done by 9:30. While I'm just eating food. It's just mindless farming, which is I don't know how to feel about it. We need more engaging content that isn't forcing you to pull for certain units. We need trials again. We need some sort of trial.
Oh, I know. And speaking of, I don't know the specific date it came out, so I don't want to call it out and saying maybe it's late or skipped or delayed, but very close to Neovisions Plus, maybe on the same day, but at the very least it was close. They got the Grace of Water trial in JP. I think it was literally the same day as Neo Plus. So maybe that's delayed, but I don't know for sure. I'll have to look it up.
Okay, was it a difficult trial?
Honestly... no, and I didn't use Neovisions Plus. I used the DPS I used on JP. I did pull for and get Rain, so I used Rain. I think I used Fina as a leader, and then I used True King Noctis for the damage. Even though it was a water trial, Fina, someone on the party imbued water. I forget who I used, but I used Fina with Noctis's leader skill, and it was fine. I got it done. Okay. I would say it's slightly harder than the first 3, but not by much at all.
That's true. I mean, at this point, most trials are just slightly more difficult than what they were before. which I mean, I wish they would put a bit more effort into it. But if Alien doesn't create trials, Gumi's not gonna copy it.
Now, I will say that one difficult content that I am really looking forward to for it to come to global is the second Chamber of Arms hidden boss for Tegmine. So we had the Evil Queen trial, and that one's pretty hard. Like, players still struggle with that today, a lot of players. The Tegmine fight is the second one that came out in JP. This did come out like a month and a half down the road, so we're not due for it yet on global. But I haven't cleared it yet on JP. I tried it briefly. My team didn't work, and I'm honestly speaking, at that point, I was kind of burnt on JP anyway. So like my enthusiasm was low anyway. But I didn't beat it, and I'm really looking forward to trying it on global. So I really hope it comes on time. Like, I'm really looking forward to doing that fight.
Yeah, same. I mean, I haven't gotten around to finishing up the Evil Queen one because it's a bit tedious, and I haven't had the motivation to get a unit that that's mainly for collection's sake. But do we get another unit for the second one, or is it just?
We sure do. We get Tegmine, the actual unit Tegmine, but we get him in his human form. In the Chamber of Arms, we fought him in his coffin, like his desiccated corpse coming out the coffin. But the unit, you get him when he was still alive as like a warrior or whatever.
All right, but is he at least usable, or is he just like Sheraton?
He's kind of like Sheraton, honestly speaking. He's a damage dealer that he's a free unit, so he's not doing super good damage. He's more of a collection unit, just like Sheraton. Just speaking honest here.
That's true. It's kind of unfortunate, given that it's like for newer players, it's tricky to beat these trials. Yet they would be the ones to benefit the most from these trials.
That is true, and while we're on the topic, if we're going to talk about upcoming free units, this is so off topic, but why not? The Undying, which is Vayne from Final Fantasy XII, the final boss, he's a free unit, and he's literally the highest damage unit in the game, and he's completely free. So,
assuming we get him.
Yes, that's the catch. Do you think Global will give him on time and unchanged?
I honestly feel they're just going to cut him out, given that they've basically cut out everything that's good. If I'm not wrong, they cut out was it Hero or Sumo from the Dragon Quest? I guess quests as well. He was a free unit, from what I remember. So if they're going out of their way to remove free units from events, this could be the next one. Especially since he's the strongest damage dealer right now.
It's crazy. I hope we get him. But we'll have to see.
There's also another one that I think we missed out. But I think they cut out the event entirely, which was Phoenix Hyo or Hyo.
Oh yeah, he actually came from Dark Vision's Abyss, and now currently in JP, he's just a regular old Dark Visions unit. They've got a special pool that you just pull units from, and all of those are in that pool. So if Dark Vision's Abyss in JP. It's only for the top 3,000 players, but they put all those units into a generic pool that they give tickets to everyone. So even if you've never made it inside of Dark Vision's Abyss, you can still pull Phoenix Hyo, Kokorayu Roos, Shiva Vlad. There's a bunch of them. I'm forgetting some. What do you remember the other ones? Diablos Fenrir, I believe is one of them.
Yeah. But I mean, the one I wanted was Hyo because Hyo is Hyo, and he's one of the coolest units from back then, at least. But I feel they should just bring back Abyss, maybe just not tie it to top 3,000. Just give it as content, since they're copying stuff. Doesn't have to be they don't have to put Lapis inside. Maybe just throw in a few tickets here and there. At least it gives people something to do.
Oh yeah, for sure. And also, speaking of, that sprite is I really love that sprite, and that's one of the ones that is enabled to do skin swaps. So you can put your Flaring Rain with the Phoenix Hyo outfit, the skin, and you can do that.
That's true.
Yeah. In JP, I did that for a while.
Oh yeah. No, I was thinking we could technically use the current Hyo skin, right? Could we?
I don't know. I mean, technically you should be able to. I don't know if you can or not. I haven't checked. But
yeah,
I
forgot
work.
About skins until you mentioned it. Because it was cool for 2 days. And then, yeah.
Yeah, for me, the skin swap system, as cool as it is, I do get a little confused by it because like I'm doing my party and I'm like, where's Flaring Rain? I'm looking through the sprites and like it's not the right sprite, so I look right past him and all, and so it confuses me a little bit. So I don't really use it that often, but it's still a cool system.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I wish they could allow us to like favorite units to the top as well. I mean, just minor pet peeve. Like if we can do that with materia and I guess equipment, why not just units that are not in the party?
For sure, that'd be very cool. Very cool. So we're getting chapter 2 of Esper of Destruction. Go in there, do your one fight that dies in one hit, collect your 100 lapis. that's
Like, I found it funny how they had to spend like a good 50%, okay, maybe 30% of the live stream talking about this and like hyping it up when everyone knows it's gonna take less than 10 minutes to, to go through this.
I know. I saw that on the live stream too. Like I have mixed feelings on it. Like on the one hand, like I forget his name, but I'm sure the guy they brought out did work hard on the event and he's proud of it, and that's cool and all, and it is a decent story and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think we needed 30 to 40 minutes on the live stream talking about it. Like that really stretched out the live stream unnecessarily. I feel like bring the guy out. Give him 5 or 10 minutes to hype up his story. It was a decent story, but we didn't need 40 minutes of that.
Yeah. I mean, if they were having a movie or something tied to it, maybe. But, it's just, cutscenes with a singular stage where you just, auto kill it and you're done.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm going to make a little bit of a joke here, but when Vlad keeps reappearing over and over and over, it's that guy's fault that they brought on the live stream.
That is true. It's like the running joke where everyone is Rain. Now all the villains are Vlad.
I know. Oh my god, it's so true. It's always Vlad.
Even when it's Vlad, it's Rain, because, Dark Rain and Vlad.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, give Laswell some time to shine, make him the villain or something, like Dark Laswell. I mean, you already have Dark Knight Cecil skin on Laswell. Why not, make him the villain for once?
Mm-hmm. And then the other content for the week is another update for the Season 4 story. Season 4. Season 4 story, Chapter 10, Part 2. So go in there, do your, 5 dungeons, get your Lapis, and use it on... Well, this week, hopefully nothing. I would recommend you not pull for the current units, but definitely your decision.
Yeah, I agree. Because, I mean, I've been skipping story altogether ever since, I think, Season 2. Is it Season 2? No, the one with the harem of Fina and her her
oh my god, Season 3. The cursed season.
Yeah, it just zoned out. It just didn't have the flair of, the original few stories where explorations were a thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
It just went downhill from there.
Yep. And then yet another Lapis Replica exchange shop, this time for Esper of Destruction. So we're currently getting, I forget what they're calling it, the celebration or whatever. The current Lapis Replica, it ends on March 20th. So keep that in mind. You have to spend it by March 20th, which is, about 2 weeks away. So... be aware of that. Don't get missed out. I see so many people in Discord, a week after the shop closes. Where do I spend all this replica? I'm like, you can't anymore. It's gone. You missed. Yeah. So don't miss it. Don't miss it. It closes on March 20th, and a new one opens on the 7th. So.
But the shops are at this point identical because there are no fragments inside. I don't see why they need to keep refreshing it. It's just extra work for no reason for them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree. It's not the most efficient way to do things, but
you got to give the intern something to do, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So that's kind of it for the week. We've got a farming event, a single chapter for the story, and that's it. So I will also mention things that we're apparently missing is the Chaos Bismarck stage, the EX fight, the gear fights, the exploration, all of that just seems to be missing from Global. So as usual, we are cutting a bunch of the content away. So anything you want to say about that, Roxas?
I mean, that's the status quo nowadays. I'm more surprised that they leave everything in at this point. It's just like you have a checklist, a bingo checklist of Gimu like disappointing us every week. So you either cut content, you skip a unit, you cut upgrades. At this point, I guess you can say you nerf units, given Rain's issue. I guess different bugs like the rewards wheel is still missing.
Oh, I know. It's
Yeah, I
crazy.
don't think they fixed the tower yet as well. The last chest is not openable, I think.
Oh no,
Still?
well, that actually does work. I went in there this week and got them and
they
got
fixed
my
it?
yeah, I got my 10+1 ticket, used it, and the guaranteed unit was Creel,
Oh,
Warrior of Light Creel. So right
So
into the
much
dumpster.
oof. Yeah. So I mean, I guess at least they fixed that. The arena bug is still there after years of, the one where it kicks you to the login screen.
Oh, the opponent has changed their gear or something. Oh, that's so irritating.
Yeah, and I mean, small pet peeve, but I do wish they would fix the exchange shop where if you scroll down all the way, you choose something and you back out, you're back at the top again. Right, they fixed it for something and then they didn't do it for the shop, so I'm just like, why, guys?
Crazy.
Yeah.
But all right.
Well, it do be like that.
I just want to say thanks again for joining me, Roxas. It's been pretty fun.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
All right, so see you guys for
Something.
what? There's nothing to do. There's literally nothing to make a video about. I guess I can
For
record
nothing
myself
bonuses.
running this one auto battle. Yay!
I guess you could show the most optimized team to finish in half an hour.
Or just showing that none of my friends have a bonus unit set. That's what we're gonna
true.
show.
Friendless bonus. Sorry, you could maybe how should I put it? Record how long it takes you to find someone with a bonus unit.
Oh gee, scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
All
Content
right.
is content.
I guess see you next time.
See ya.